Why is it that the closer you try to get to God, the more everything inside seems to fall apart? I don't understand it. I pray, I fight, but I keep stumbling. There are moments I'm terrified someone will see what's really going on inside. The cracks, the war, the failure I try so hard to hide. The guilt is heavy. The shame is real. And yet, deep down, I know this is not just weakness. This is war, and the Bible warned us about it. The flesh sets its desire against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. Galatians 5:17. This is the unseen battle for the soul. And today, it's mine. It starts in silence. There's no obvious storm, no visible failure. Outwardly, life seems steady. But within, a faint unease takes root. A quiet anxiety stirs the heart, and the soul trembles without knowing why. The mind searches for a cause but finds none. The days look the same, the duties fulfilled, and yet deep inside something shifts. The spirit testified, but the mind resisted. A subtle conflict brews beneath the surface, a tension between what the inner man discerns and what reason tries to explain away. The inner man is the first to sense spiritual pressure before it shows outwardly. At first, it's nothing more than a faint disquiet, but slowly, almost imperceptibly, the distance begins to grow. What was once a vibrant closeness with God starts to feel distant, as if the soul is slipping downward not by choice but by 1,000 small compromises. The heart looks elsewhere for comfort, not in open rebellion but in small distractions, fleeting pleasures, quiet retreats from the presence of God. The light dims, the valley darkens, and the soul begins to stumble, though the world sees no change yet. The darkening valley, where light fades and the soul stumbles. The silence within grows heavy. What was once a whisper of unrest now becomes an unbearable stillness. The soul retreats inward, weighed down by guilt, lost in the emptiness of its own hiding place. The voice of God, so near before, now feels distant, absent. The heart no longer senses his nearness. The spirit seems numb, deaf to his calling. When a person drifts from God, he begins to seek a substitute. And so the enemy comes, offering false comforts, fragile illusions, fleeting pleasures that promise peace but deepen the void. The flesh whispers its promises, its lies. Pursue this, take that, you'll feel better. The flesh whispered, and the spirit was silent. Every false refuge crumbles, yet the soul clings to them in desperation. Afraid to face the emptiness, afraid of what it might mean to truly surrender. And yet, in that heavy, suffocating quiet, a new hunger is born. A thirst not for illusions, but for the real, for the light that no shadow can quench. The first longing for return stirs, fragile but real. The presence of God, still unseen, begins to draw near, like dawn before the first light touches the horizon. The barren wilderness, where the soul stands exposed, crying out for rain. Friends, let me take a brief pause here. I want to invite you into this moment. Please write in the comments, where are you listening from? Have you ever walked through something like this, where guilt weighed heavy and God seemed silent? How did the Lord speak to you in those times? Your testimony might be the encouragement someone else desperately needs today. And don't forget to subscribe, because ahead lies even more light, more truth, more revelation from God's Word. We're on this journey together. Let's walk it in faith. The weight of guilt became too heavy to bear. The soul, once numb, finally breaks. There are no more excuses, no more hiding, just tears, bitter, cleansing tears, and a simple, desperate prayer. God, I can't go on like this. Please, help me. He could not climb out of the pit. But God came down to him. It wasn't the strength of the hero that changed the story. It was the mercy of the Father. A broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. Psalm 51. In that sacred moment, heaven drew near. The chains began to fall. The shadows fled before the light of grace. The soul felt clean, not because of anything it had done, but because God chose to forgive, to restore, to love. Prayer returned, not forced, but free, like a song long forgotten. The heart that once felt cold began to burn with a quiet flame. The inner man, once silent, now rejoiced as light filled the once barren place. And in that light, the soul understood. The fall was not the end. It was the door to a new depth, a place of greater surrender, greater intimacy with God. The sunrise over the mountain, a new beginning, a return to the path, a warrior strengthened for the journey ahead. If you're in the midst of this battle, know this: you are not alone. This struggle is not a sign of your weakness, but a sign that you matter. The enemy attacks those who carry a calling, but God is mighty to restore even what seems dead. Don't stay in the shadows. Write, share, walk this path to the end in God's light. Your story is only beginning.